Welcome. Welcome once again to Winning in Life Empowerment Academy with Dr. Abimbola Komolafe, and I thank you so much for taking time to come and listen to me on my channel. We have been in the series of channels, videos that have been having over the few weeks. We have been looking at defining your purpose and finding your why, because I believe that that is going to be a very important question we all have to answer, because at the end we don't want to have regrets. So we were asking that, how do we define our purpose? So I said there was a technique that most people use. It's not the only technique, but there's one technique that I believe helps a lot, and that one is quieten your spirit. You have to cut down on the distractions, because what happens to majority of us these days is that there's just way too many distractions. The social media, the notifications on our phones, and all that, they distract us from actually quietening our spirit and asking questions, deep questions that will help us move in life. So I also said that there's a technique that I would love most of us to look at. It said, what are the times, this question is, what are the times in your life where you felt alive and most joyful? So that's what you start with. And you fill in the dots. For example, you could tell me, I really enjoy caring for dogs. Well, that's a nice one, because if you love caring for dogs, the next question most people always ask is, how can I monetize my passion? How can I pay my bills with my passion? So what I will tell you is this. Steve Jobs said, your job is going to take a very large part of your life. Make sure that you do something that you enjoy doing. And he also said that if you haven't found it, keep looking. So what I would also tell you is that success leaves clues. Okay, so there is nothing new under the sun. So if you like caring for dogs, what I would suggest is you go on Google and go on the World Wide Web and ask the question, how can I monetize my passion for caring for dogs? And I'm sure there are going to be a lot of answers, but make sure you stay focused, because when you go on Google, there's so much to look at and you get distracted. So you're just looking for areas of how you can actually monetize your passion. That's the first thing. The other thing is, you can look around you. You have so many people around us doing exactly what we love to do. So for example, if you see somebody that is monetizing caring for dogs, ask questions. Take them on lunch and ask them questions. How are they able to pay their bills doing their passion? So I would also tell you that not everybody will tell you, or not everybody will be willing to share with you, but I'm sure if you look, you would find somebody that is willing to share what they know with you. A couple of years ago, about maybe 10-15 years ago, I was interested in having what I called a cardiovascular risk assessment center, because I had this passion, since I'm an internist and also a geriatrician, that why is it that a lot of people were having heart attacks and all this? So I went on the web and I found a center in Minnesota that were doing exactly what I wanted to do. So I made an appointment and I flew down to Minnesota about those days, and I asked questions. I spent a day or two with them looking at exactly what they were doing, and I really loved it. But at that point in time, I wasn't ready for that. So I took the notes, and I'm still very much interested in risk factors, how to modify risk factors of cardiovascular diseases. And because this is a passion for me, how can we help other people live long lives? So what I'm saying to you, dear sisters and brothers, today is, whatever is it that you love doing, I know that the first question that comes to your mind is, how do I monetize it? So to monetize it, you can go on the Google and find exactly the people doing exactly what you want to do, and how are they getting by, paying their bills doing this. So Steve Jobs said, if you haven't found it, keep digging. So thank you so much for taking time to listen to me, and do have a winning day. Thank you.